Hey guys, how's it going? So if you've watched any of my videos, you'll probably notice that my cats really like being included in absolutely everything. They don't like feeling left out, so they'll always try to jump in and take part in everything and anything that I'm doing. Usually when I'm reading, I have at least one cat asleep on my lap or at my feet, or sometimes trying to sleep on the book, but yeah, the cats really like being included. So I figured if they seem to have such an interest in my books while I'm reading, and they seem to have such an interest in BookTube in general with how often they try to jump into the videos, I should just recommend them some books. So that's what this video is going to be. I am going to be recommending 2 books to each of my 3 cats based on their personality and what I think they would enjoy reading. This video will probably be a little bit on the silly side, but I think it'll be fun, and I'm really looking forward to thinking about it and trying to decide what book each cat would like and why. So without further ado, let's get to the cats. I want to start with Comet because of course Comet was right beside me. So Comet, if you haven't noticed, is incredibly affectionate and cuddly and just wants to spend all of her time snuggling and loving, and she is a big old baby in every sense of the word. So Comet, the first book that I would recommend to you is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl. I think the Comet would like this book because she really likes food in general. There's a reason why she's on a diet, but she loves food, she loves sharing my food even when I'm not sharing, and she just loves eating, but especially chocolate. Like anytime I have any sort of chocolate, she is sticking her big old face in it and trying to steal it, and it's such a pain in the butt eating chocolate around Comet because I have to keep, like, I'll have it on my desk and then she'll walk onto my desk, so I have to move it onto the other side, and then it's basically just a game of moving the chocolate around in a million different places until I finish it because she's not going to give up. So yeah, I think she would like that part of it, but also specifically, I think Roald Dahl is really nice for someone to read to you. Like, obviously I like reading it and I like reading it like on my own to myself, but there's just like a certain rhythm to the writing, and there's something about it that is really nice to hear it out loud. And I think the Comet would really appreciate being read out loud too because it's more of a bonding experience, and Comet really likes bonding. The second book that I think Comet would really enjoy is Where the Red Fern Grows by Wilson Rawls. If you don't know, this story is just a super cute, wholesome story about a little boy who saves up all of his money to get himself a couple of dogs, and it's just them, thank you, going on adventures and having this wonderful, wonderful time. I think Comet would specifically like this book because it's all about spending all of your free time with your pets. And that's Comet's favorite thing, is having somebody spend their free time with her. But she always wants to be by your side. If you're walking around the house, she will always be following behind you, preferably being carried. She very much likes being carried around everywhere, like a big old baby. But I would think that she would just really enjoy seeing that strong bond and connection between, a boy and his dogs, and seeing just how dedicated they are to each other and how much of their lives they get to spend together. I think Comet would really like that. That would make her happy. So there we go, Comet. Those are the 2 books I think you should read. What do you think? Next is Ripley. Ripley is my wild middle child. She's very playful and energetic and really likes exploring and specifically being places she's not supposed to be, and talking and scratching up walls. The first book that I think Ripley would enjoy is Hunger Games. I think that she would really like this one because I think she would like the action of it. Ripley is very energetic and playful, and I think she would like how fast-paced this gets sometimes. And the second book that I think Ripley would really like is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I think that she would really like Laszlo's curiosity. I think she would really enjoy seeing that. She would really like the exploration of the story, and also just the reading experience of the story was a lot of exploring and discovering what the plot was, and I think that Ripley would specifically find that really interesting. She really likes going places she's not allowed to go, like I said, so I think that she would be very, very intrigued by Weep, and I think that she would just really like discovering that mystery and exploring it and being in that weird magical world, because that's just, I don't know, that's very Ripley to me. Also, it's a very, very good book, and I think a lot of people should read it, Ripley included. Spock, wake up, it's time to talk about books. And last but not least, we have Spock. She is definitely the more serious cat. She's the oldest, and she acts like it. She's a bit of a bossy girl sometimes. Also, Spock hates paper. She is my little paper shredder. So for her, I decided to pick 2 shorter books. The first book I picked for Spock is White Fang. I think this book would be good for her because, first of all, it is a short book, but Spock is a little bit on the colder side sometimes, but deep down she's really affectionate. She also shows her affection through violence, like with vicious headbutts of love. So I think that White Fang would just kind of really sum that up for her, you know, like she'd be able to relate to the cold northern environment, and I think she'd understand. The next book I picked is The Devil's Arithmetic by Jane Yolen. This is a historical fiction book about a young Jewish girl who basically gets transported back somehow to the Holocaust, and she's reliving that, and she kind of had been in this mindset of it was just something that, you know, the grandparents talked about, and now she's kind of realizing what the Holocaust really was and experiencing it. And it's a very serious book, and I think that Spock would like those really, like, serious tones to it. I think she would like that it's educational in certain ways, and I think she would really enjoy it. So there you have it. Those are the books that I would recommend to my cats. I'm pretty confident in my choices. Like, I think that if any of my cats knew how to read, they would enjoy these books. Unfortunately, my cats are illiterate, but if that ever changes, you know, we already have the go-to books, and we can go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it was a little bit silly, but I had fun with it, and I like just being silly sometimes, and you know, I know that half the people here really just watch my videos for the cats, so you're welcome. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button to let me know, because that really helps me out to figure out, you know, what people are enjoying, and so I can keep giving you guys content that you're enjoying. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday now, but if you subscribe, you will see all that. So I hope to see you guys next time, and until then, have a great day. Bye!